Alright, so I actually had two kits of the Port 15, used them on several projects. One of them we finished up was the driver's side floorboard. With more projects on the way, I went and had ordered a bigger amount. The two kits I had was what they call just their starter kits. It only covers 12 square feet. Comes with a little tiny 4-ounce jug of the Port 15 and two little bottles of the Marine Clean and the Metal Ready. So with that, I went and had, it was about 52 bucks, and I believe the starter kit is like 19, 20 bucks, something like that. So about for 50 bucks, went ahead and got two big old quarts of the degreaser. I can always use degreaser. I can always use a rust remover pre-primer, and you know, I can always just order more of the Port 15 by itself if I need more for projects, but I'd prefer to buy smaller amounts instead of getting bigger jugs. Now, today we're going to be doing this. It is 60 degrees on the outside temperature, to let you know. It is in the middle of raining on and off, so you might get sprinkled on. I am going to be using my Nikon digital SLR to take some fairly up-close pictures as I can to detail I guess the metal process, and try and do it as accurate as possible. Alright, I know the camera fell down on there, but essentially just use the wire brush to get the loose stuff off. I'm going to put some gloves on, and we're going to use the degreaser. Alright, now what I'm doing is I'm taking the Marine Clean, so it should at least be diluted 1:1, using an old Windex bottle. This is preferably hot water, so I don't like to mix a whole lot of this ahead of time. That way I can mix just a little bit. And that's about twice what I had in there. Tap that, set that aside. Swirl it around. And we're going to wet this down. And as per the instructions here, should always be diluted at least 1:1 with water. Hotter the better. 5:1 also works for most jobs. After using Marine Clean, rinse job thoroughly with water. So, make sure it's on there in all the little crevices here, which is kind of a nice thought. That means my 1 quart that I bought of the Marine Clean is actually 2 quarts. And we'll see if that holds true with the other one. Here, my dog's trying to push the water off. Alright, I'm going to actually just run this into the utility sink and run it on some water. Alright, well that's done. We're going to go on to the Metal Ready. And just so we're all on the same page here, directions: remove loose rust, flaking, paint scale, etc. Surface to be treated should be free of grease and oil. That's pretty much what we just did with the Marine Clean, which is highly recommended. Works faster at temperatures above 70 degrees. It is 60, so not that quick. Apply with a brush roller or spray, or dip metal directly into solution. That's to remove rust, keep surfaces wet with Metal Ready for minimum 30 minutes. If bubbling appears, smooth them out with a sponge, cloth, or brush. Heavily rusted areas will require more time. Inspect parts every 30 minutes. Then it has instructions for bare metal prep. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the provided little sprayer top on here. It fits. I'm going to wet this down, and it's still a little bit wet from being washed, but we're going to do this for 30 minutes. I can get the sprayer to work. There we go. Do it for 30 minutes and come back and check it. And just make sure that we keep it moist, which I'll probably just use to respray it. I got a slightly damp cloth here, which I may use just to keep some water on it. But we'll bring you back in 30 minutes. Alright, it's actually been an hour. Half hour, I wet it again. And I'm going to go rinse it off with some regular water, and then we'll let it dry and take a look at it. Alright, had the metal ready prep on there, washed it off. I'm going to use the propane torch to push out the moisture, get it dried off before we attach the 415. I'll take another picture once it's dry. One thing I want to point out, the stupid sprayers that 415 gives you with their product, and it might have been their distributor of the 415 that I got off Amazon. It doesn't fit these jugs, so I'm not sure what the point was including those. They don't fit. Alright, got a second coat on there. I'll let it cure, and then I've got a side project also.